Generic greetings and welcome back once again to Prison Architect Escapes. Today's beverage is a very soothing honey and lemon infusion. So welcome back to Prison Architect Escapes. This is a series where we attempt to break off facilities not made by me. This is prisoner Wing, prisoner number 6079356. And sorry, was that a guard and indeed a doctor that's just arrived on the prison bus with us? I think so. That's a development. Either way, welcome back to Prison Architect Escapes and welcome to King's Landing. This is apparently a faithful reproduction of the city from Game of Thrones. Apparently, I say apparently because, well, I've never been big into the franchise. I've never read the books or any of the other media, really. I think I've seen the first couple of series, but it was sort of in passing type of thing. I wasn't, like, say, very, I wasn't big into it and whatnot, and certainly can't remember much about it. But yeah, this is the King's Landing, and let's say recreation of that city. And well, I've seen it quite a number of times on the Steam Workshop, but again, because, like I said, I'm not a huge Game of Thrones fan, I just sort of passed over it. But I thought we'd give it a go because, like I say, it's quite high up on the Steam Workshop, and I think there has been a couple of requests to check out more thematic prisons. I think it's going to be more of a show and sell, show and tell, rather than any sort of difficult escape. But we'll see how we get on. But yeah, we're being brought in, and we'll see. We'll obviously have a look around. We'll see what sort of things has been put on this one, and we'll also load it into the standard sandbox mode as well later on. So as we can see, we have come in here and we've got a road and we've got some water that seems to be ever expanding. Going from the screenshot, I think there's like a couple of points of interest. I don't know what they would be. I'm guessing one of them is like the main Great Hall or sort of throne room type of thing, and then there's another building which, again, I'm sure fans of the probably the series know exactly what all the buildings are supposed to represent, but we'll see how we get on. Obviously, we are being escorted, and I'm just going to go to max speed here while we are brought in. Interestingly, there's no arrival via the water. I thought that might be something that we'd see, but no, we've been brought in obviously via the road. Looks like we've got an entranceway in here with lots of power. Apparently, we've got double walls, and that's that's perimeter wall as well. So that would be exceptionally difficult to dig out of. I think we will get some level of swimming just so we can get across the water. We are being followed by this dog patrol here, and looks like there's a couple of them. That's also an external shower. Looks like we've got the 2x2 cells. Each cell, which I'm guessing these are supposed to be little houses, is containing, what is it? It's got a bed, it's got a toilet, it's got a chair, and it has a window facing outwards. This is the main battlements, I guess, around the city, and we've also got what I don't know what those are supposed to be, but it looks like to be a weights bench and phone combo. We are being brought into whatever this building is, and it appears to be a canteen. And oh, there is a chair, so that'll be execution down there. Oh, is this supposed to be like the main Great Hall or throne room or whatever? I think so. Like I say, there will be, proper names for this, and I'm sure any, fan of the franchise will be able to correct me in the comments and such. But we're going to go through. None of this is staff only, as far as I can tell. Interesting. We've got a security area. We've got a morgue. This is storage. We're going to go through this area and around. I can't speed up any further. I could skip the. I could skip this little sort of escort in, but it's nice to, like I say, see what's going on here. In terms of capacity and such, I'm not really too sure what this is going to be like. Oh, looks like we've got the dock there. Okay, so I think that's what it's supposed to be. We'll have a proper look around and such. We've got another morgue, couple of morgues actually. More power. Looks like all the power has been stationed on the outside. I think if we were to go to here, even though it's not set to staff only, it would trigger the guards. So we'll probably not do that. Looks like we are getting close to our cell. These homes here, these seem to be a little bit higher graded than the other ones. So they are a 3x2 as opposed to the 2x2. They also have some of them have got TVs, and we've got some bookshelves and things like that. So yeah, a little bit higher graded there. Going through the main sort of the main sort of road here, and looks like we are going to get put in a cell, and there we go. Okay, so this is our home, and well, we're going to obviously have another look around. So I do want to farm a few points just to get myself swimming. We'll get the swimming trait. I don't think this is going to be one of those facilities, as I said, that is going to be overly difficult to escape from. But we'll see how we get on. I'll end the fight there, and yeah, look at that. We've got some cell doors here. No one else is actually in the facility as far as I can tell. Here we go. This is what I was looking for. This is our reputation point pinata room, which has got a staff door on it, so we have to wait for the guards to come and let us into that. So I'm actually just going to wander away. We do have a guard stationed on the right there from this. Actually, I don't know what, like I say, this is supposed to be. Would these be maybe defenses or something? Like, is this at the top of the hill or something like that? Potentially. We've got, again, some more homes here. We've got what appears to be a common room there, another one up there, security room. Again, you've got staff doors on it, and we've got doors here. I'm just going to go through the middle and just to see what this is like. Like I said, I think, if you're a fan of the series, then you'll definitely get a lot more out of this one. And also, I think once we've loaded it into the standard mode, we'll probably be able to see what it's like, because we don't really get much of a context here. This is a weird shaped building, and it looks to be a very large kitchen and canteen. I was going to say, is there actually a way in it? Looks like there is a way in it. It's around the other side. That's where the main entrance is. Yeah, and that's all fine. Oh, looks like the guard's going to come along and open that door up, so we actually might as well have a look around. And yeah, this is a canteen. You've got rooms that have got TVs in them. That's all I've really got. That's curious. Let me go out here. This door will be opened up by the guards. That's fine. And I reckon I could probably just start to farm some points here. Looks like the doggo is after us. I don't want to damage anything other than property, so I don't want to do any injuries or anything like that. So we'll just keep running, and eventually we are going to, we're just going to surrender there, and I'm going to skip punishments, and then I'm going to pick up some level of swimming, and we're being put back into here. Okay, so we'll have another look around. As I said, it's definitely a shown cell, this one, because I think we can just go to the edge and probably leave. In fact, what we'll do is we'll follow this. Well, I was going to say I'll follow this worker here, but they seem to have aborted the entire mission. They went here and then, went elsewhere for whatever reason there. So I am trying to get through this door. There is a guard coming along now to open that, and this is not set to staff only. This guy is going to have a similar thing. Now I have a feeling that if I go into here, the game will shout at me. The guards are going to come and stop us, I think. This is not a staff door, which is curious. I was going to say the facility doesn't appear to be overstaffed, but it also doesn't have any inmates, so it doesn't actually it doesn't really matter, does it? Although we do have some inmates, because we were brought on the prison bus with some of them. So I'm trying to get through here, but we're just waiting for a guard to come along and do that. Looks like we've got a couple of guards streaming through here. They've opened that. Now, as I said, I think if I go through this door, the the guys haven't stopped me. Okay. So what have we got here? We've got a storage, and are these supposed to be like boats? I think that's what they're supposed to be. Yeah, these like boats that are docked at the King's Landing. Yeah, what a surprise. Okay, so we can have a little look around, and this is outside the facility. We were brought in through here. This is part of the area where we were brought in. I think there's the main room on just above here. So I don't know if we're gonna have to. I don't know if there's. Oh, there is another way in. Yes, there is definitely another way in, because we were brought in and went through here. We can go around the outside, but to escape this one, we're literally going to swim across the water, so it's not a problem. But I do want to, let's say, go to the middle here and see what it's like. I have a feeling that a lot of this building. It'll just be like a lot of the building will just be houses essentially. We've got loads of those as we can see coming into view now. And there's another reputation point pinata room there. Again, we've sort of brought in this way. I don't want to jump on the water because that might class as, well, be misbehavior and such. This is where we were brought in, so I'm just going to see if this guard's going to unlock the door for us, which they are, which is excellent. And then this one as well. Are they going to be so kind as to? Yes, they are. Thank you very much. So we were brought through the corridor on the battlements, as it were, whereas this time we're running through, well, what is this? These now better homes and such, because these cells here, they look really detailed. They've got in beds, toilets, showers, radios, phone booths, book tables. What else have we got? Bookshelves, book tables, bookshelves. We've got computer desks in there as well. We've got a common room there, which is, well, it's actually fairly well sized for what's in there. Let's continue following the main pathway here. Looks like we have a chapel, and this is going to come into maybe a central courtyard. You've got shops up here, you've got laundry, and then I believe this is the area where we originally came from. We went through sort of that area there. So I'm just going to go to the bottom right, and we'll see if we can get that yeah, that big building. We haven't looked on the top or on the left, but I do want to go here first. Yeah, this is the sort of courtyard thing. Like I say, I think these are like supposed to be like defenses or something, but there's obviously some replication of, say, what is shown. I'm gonna assume it is based off the shore, because obviously it's like, you know, already been made and it can be recreated and such. Gonna go into here. The guards let us in. That's all fine. I was gonna say, were they chasing us, but no. And this is the main sort of throne roomy type thing. It's classed as execution, but we're gonna have a look in it. We're gonna obviously sit on the big chair of swords, if I remember rightly. Let's have a quick look. Oh, looks, we'll actually get some stuff here, because this is all classed as well, that's execution, but this is a kitchen. Okay, so that's why we can get that. Guards coming along, and it will let us in. So quite small as the rooms go, but yeah, we can actually sit on the throne. There you go. Let's have a quick look up and to the left, because that's pretty much the only place we haven't been. Just waiting for a guard to come along and let us out. I think they're coming along now. There we go. I'm not too sure as to the age of the facility, but like I said, have seen it on the workshop numerous times when looking for prisons to potentially escape from. Looks like the door's open, so darn it, that's a shame. I was going to say we'll get out, but it's all right now. And then we're going to go up and see how far we get. There's the odd doctor wandering around as well, so there must be an infirmary somewhere. Why else would there be? Would there be doctors hired and such? But I don't know if don't know where it'll be. See some of these weird sizings, and they've got these bits of embellishment on the outside. I'm not too sure what they're supposed to represent, but yeah, they're on the front there. Maybe is it like a porch or something that's on the front, or are these supposed to be? I mean, these could be sort of like a columns or something. Looks like we've got another area here that's got this weird. I think these are supposed to be like, would this be different height levels, and these would be sort of like cliffs and such? Which is why I was saying about the sizing, that not the sizing, sorry, the age of the facility, because cliffs are in the game. So yeah, maybe this is pre-cliff edges. This is a workshop, again in another interestingly shaped building. Again, it's going to be designed off something. Okay. Right, was literally only one way in? I think there was only one way in, so I'm gonna have to head that way. I don't know if escape plans are turned on. If so, then I would be able to go over this. However, just for the sake of not being escorted back to our cell. I'm going to not go to fighting and try that out. Let's have a quick look to the left, and I'm guessing it's going to be a similar sort of thing. Yeah, lots of these dwellings and such as they are. Like the capacity is probably quite high for this facility. Okay. We saw some people working there, cleaning. We've got in, again, some more of these houses. You've got a, that's a very big shower, external showers there. That is definitely a reputation point pinata room. Okay, so we have a, looks to be a room here with a water pump in it, and then it will lead out to here. Okay, but I don't know if I go here whether or not the game will yeah, will have guards chase me or not. I'm not too sure. I'm just waiting for this to open, but it probably won't open unless we are allowed here. Okay. Looks like there's a guard coming along, and they have opened it up for us, and it's not classed as misbehaviour. Okay, and there is actually a fence there. So if I punch that, can I run across here? I can't. Okay. I'm just going to end the fight because I'm just going to go to the very right, and then we'll swim across the water, and then we'll load it into the normal mode. So yeah, again, not a difficult one to escape from, although we've not done it yet. We've not escaped from it just yet. I couldn't recall any snipers or any guard towers on the way in, so we should be all right. But yeah, this is, like I say, a recreation from Game of Thrones. Let's just get across there. It's a very, very big map, isn't it? Very big map indeed. So we were brought in from the right, and we should be able to get out the same way. I don't have any level of running. Let me go with quick. There we go. So we can do a little bit of sprinting. Let's wait for the meter to refill. We've got these things here, which, yeah, I'm not too sure what they're supposed to be. There's an exhausted worker. To be fair, this is probably one of the biggest facilities we've seen, and we got across the water, and then we're out. Okay, let's load it into the normal mode, and we'll see what it's like. That is a total score of 30. Time taken 16 hours and 24 leisurely minutes. Yeah, let's load it into the normal mode, and we'll see what it's like. Okay, so we'll load it into the standard sandbox mode, and we can see just how detailed and indeed how large this thing is. It is absolutely massive. We were originally brought in via the prison bus here, then up and round, and then down to the, I guess what would be the, is that the main entrance or not? I'm not too sure either. That's where we were brought in, and then we were escorted through the walls and the battlements here up to the sort of castle at the top, and then I think originally we were in one of these cells around here somewhere, and there's also just an armory just in the middle of nowhere as well, strangely. But yeah, this is the map, as you can see, and like I say, the three main points of interest we did check out, so things like the castle at the top there, whatever this is supposed to represent. Like I say, sadly, information escapes me on that one because I've not seen the series or don't really too sure what's supposed to be. Then we've checked out this this area as well, which is a workshop, and we had a little look around. We didn't really look at the left, but it's basically the same. It's got lots of cells, various sizes and gradings, if grading is indeed on. Yeah, room quality, you can see we've got them some ranging up to 6 for some of these. Capacity is 663, although there's currently no one in here, but we can obviously turn and take on if we were so inclined. It doesn't make money, but it could very easily make money if we were to get people in. Oh yeah, there's the dock over there as well with the sort of river, and then would this just be the sea? Yeah, okay. And then you've got a lot of countryside as well, which is nice to see. You've got let's say lots of these sort of, well, I'm going to call them like ruins, but I'm not too sure what they're supposed to be. Lots of trees, lots of grass there, and then you actually get into the actual city itself. So yeah, definitely a show and tell rather than any sort of detailed escape. I mean, we could have escaped a number of methods. We could tunnel out, but this one we just basically swam across. If we were to go down here, we could have swum across this way. Yeah, lots of ways out in this one, but like I say, it's not supposed to be a detailed escape map or any sort of challenge. But yeah, that's been a brief look at the King's Landing. If you like these sort of more sort of looks at different facilities, let me know in the comments, and I'm more happy to feature more. Either way, I will put again a link in the description as well, so you can check this one out. And if you have any tips, comments, suggestions, let me know in the comments. Hope you have enjoyed it. Thanks very much for watching. Take care, and generic partings.